Hello, welcome to Agile Principle Raw and Uncut. Today we have our friends, our usual lineup. We have Rob, we have Roy, and your friend Phil. And I mean, each of us has worked in the corporate world, haven't we? Different jobs,
Pretty
different
much all over the
roles.
place.
And we have had a lot of experience looking for work and stuff. So today we wanted to talk about the most popular job websites, not in the US today. I mean, I've done a lot about that, but we want to focus on the UK, where lots of my friends are. And we just want to explore the agile side of things. We're not really talking about predictive, but we want to explore what the agile job offerings are out there. So without much ado, let's jump on a few of these sites. And there's one of interest here, which is LinkedIn. So let's type in, what keyword should we look for, gents?
Well, I'm guessing you type in agile, judging by what you just said.
Agile. Agile in the United Kingdom. Okay, let's see what's out there. Oh, Agile Delivery Manager.
Yeah. One of the best things for the reason I think LinkedIn is quite good for doing job search. If you are looking for work, presumably you've got your CV or resume, whichever term you're using and where you're based, up to date, and likely you've got your LinkedIn profile up to date as well. That's used as the social media of sort of promoting yourself in the work environment. And with LinkedIn, you can actually apply via LinkedIn, and it just uses your profile. So if you see the jobs there that say easy apply next to them, that means that you can just click a button and it sends all your details off and you're done. Whereas obviously lots of other websites, as you know, you've got to fill in lots of information and can take a very, very long time indeed.
That is a huge advantage. So out in the UK, Rob, I mean, so I'm looking at this job posting and I think it's refreshing not to see any demands for certifications in this one. But is that how most jobs that are in the Agile space are these days in the UK, or are there some certificates that are more popular than others?
Yeah, certainly some looking for that. I would say it's one of those tricky things because most of the larger companies, as we all know, it's actually going to be human resources who actually put the job ads out there. And so often they're not as correct as they should be. So I'll see a lot of agile coaches who must have a CSM qualification, for example, which is Certified Scrum Master. And most coaches will probably have gone through a Scrum Master path or something like it. At some point, you may well have a CSM. And that's good, but you certainly don't have to have one. There are different paths you might have taken. But the CSM is probably the most common one you see. But the PSM is relatively common as well. So Scrum.org. So both those are very well known. Some of the lesser known ones from IC Agile and so on. I've not really seen those in job ads, but if they say something like CSM or equivalent, then you'd be fine either way, wouldn't you? So.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So I mean, I know what a lot of our students do. They go in and they type in application they're looking for. Oh, that's customer service. That doesn't work.
Take it to a different place.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Put Agile along with it.
I think you've got Scrum Master there for a couple of them, so it may well be that that's where it's pulling them through. So I think probably better to search for the role than you would the qualification.
Oh yeah, Scrum Master maybe. To search for Scrum Master.
Yeah.
There's quite an interesting one that I saw. It doesn't pay millions, but back in the day when I started working in the corporate world, I mean, £350 a day was a lot of money. £300 a day. I saw a job just a few seconds ago. That's a nice little tidy some money. IT system project manager and so on. So I mean that gives some hope. So PSM is picking up as well, huh? You reckon in the UK?
It's certainly known.
Yeah. What I'm seeing is similar to what you mentioned earlier, Rob, was where it's like CSM or equivalent.
Yeah.
Right. So they're not specifically asking for PSM in many cases. We're at least recognizing that it's not just the CSM out there that says you're a certified Scrum Master.
Yeah. I always worry about it when it's like that in any situation really, where you see must have CSM.
Yeah.
Right? That's no different to saying must have a PMP, right?
Yeah.
Project management professional. Well, what's someone with Prince 2?
Yeah.
Right? They're very similar. There's not much difference. Most people wouldn't know the difference. You're still a qualified and experienced project manager, right? So I'm hoping for any of these jobs, it should be qualification or experience of this type, right? But you never know. Like I said, you could get someone from human resources who don't know and think the CSM is critical, and therefore they're looking over CSM. Who knows?
Yeah. One track mind in their selection. Let's go to this job site, .co.uk, and look for Scrum Master, and just do. Why isn't it letting me?
Just
well,
do
let's do city, cities, 20 miles. Let's see what else. Just thinking. Yeah, we have a number of students who have recently gotten some of these certifications, and oh, there we go, Scrum Master. Let's click on it. Oh, remote. Well, are most jobs remote these days? It looks like most of them are.
Well, they have to be right now, really, don't they?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Woo! Am I looking properly? All right, I got all excited thinking.
There should be a comment there. Yeah.
Are you like, are you going to apply?
Yeah.
That would not be a bad one to apply for if it was that amount. Wow. Still, look at that. 600.
Yeah, but so that one is specific. So for that one, that's obviously an organization that's using SAFe, Scaled Agile Framework.
Are they?
Well, they're looking for a release train engineer, which is a SAFe only model.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Huh. Let's see. That's a tight little sum. 750 is not bad.
No, that's a pretty good rate. Yeah, I don't think you can complain if you had a full-time job that was 5 days a week at that. That's a pretty decent wage.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that is a SAFe. So SAFe is really, it's really penetrated the business space in the United Kingdom then.
Yeah, you see it around quite a bit. I mean, it's not everywhere, but yeah, it's pretty common.
Yeah, so you'll see things like, release train engineer is a big one. Looking for SPCs, some of the certifications from SAFe will be out there. And, and quite honestly, they are relatively well paying kinds of jobs, because to become an RTE, you do need to have gone through a fair bit of training and some experience in order to consider yourself an RTE. It's not an easy job either. It's pretty difficult.
Well, there's some pretty decent jobs out here. So for those viewers of ours who are looking for work, we've shown you LinkedIn. There is jobsite.co.uk. There's monster.co.uk, which we won't go into right now. And there's indeed.co.uk. So I've had a lot of success with monster.com in the US. I've not done a lot with LinkedIn as far as a job, but believe it or not, I've actually gotten work from YouTube. So social media is definitely picking up in opportunities, and I'm talking about tens of thousands just from people finding a name and what you can do on YouTube. So, for project managers who are looking, you never know where you're going to get your next gig in social media. Just keep on putting good content out there, make people know that you're available, and what you're doing, and network, network a lot. Any advice for job seekers, Rob, Roy?
Yeah, for me, I would say on LinkedIn, one of the really good things you can do is you can see if you have people in your network or close to your network that work at the organization you're applying for. And that way you can actually get a connection, a reference, if you like. As we know, right now with the pandemic, there's a lot of people out of work, a lot of people looking. So companies are getting loads of applications for every job. So you need something to help you stand out. So if you happen to have some way of getting in, some connection to that company that can sort of, put a good word for you, and LinkedIn helps you do that, that could be what makes the difference between you getting a job and you not. So that would be my suggestion.
Yeah, absolutely. And make sure, any certifications that you have out there, and, be buzzword compliant. Make sure that you've got all the right words out there, because a lot of HR departments, they look for the buzzwords. They're not experts in the field, for hiring these folks. So they look for the buzzwords. Make sure you got those buzzwords out there, and you'll appear in those searches better.
Awesome. Make sure you got those buzzwords. Do pretty much what we've advised. And if you got any questions for us, because we've been there, done that, put your questions below. We'll get back to you as soon as we can. Don't forget to share this video with your friends. Take care and bye for now.